Okay, so apparently I am a pathological liar, because even though I had stated that my previous book Unhaul was going to be my last, I still have one more for you. You know the parameters to this whole thing, why it is I'm getting rid of these books. I don't need to explain it anymore because, well, to explain it would just render me a broken record. So let's just get into most of all these books and just show them off, and these will all be going to the bargain book world most likely. So first here is A Gift from the Sea by Anne Morrow Lindbergh. Had this book for many years, but I never read it, and apparently this book, it's like an inspirational type of a thing, but it's really meant for women, and I don't know if you can tell or not, but I am not necessarily of this book's demographic, so perhaps maybe someone who is will be able to find it and glean some knowledge from it once they head into the bargain book world. So that's going. Next here, we have a few plays, actually. A whole bunch of plays. We have here Anna Christie by Eugene O'Neill. I figure this is a standalone edition from Dover Thrift Books. I actually like Dover Thrift editions. I have quite a few of them. They print quite a lot of stuff that's not typically found, a lot of obscure classics, especially back in the 60s and 70s when they were at their height. But I figured I could get this easily in an omnibus of other O'Neill plays, along with The Iceman Cometh. So that's going as well. And then we have here a set of 4 plays. These are like modern plays that have been written within the last, 10 or 15 years or so. These are all from the same Dramatist Play Service Incorporated, that same house there. And the plays I have here are The Late Henry Moss by Sam Shepard, August Osage County by Tracy Letts. What is this? Edward Albee's The Goat, or Who is Sylvia? I guess it is by Edward Albee. Notes toward a definition of tragedy. Did he write Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf too? I suppose he did. But anyway, there's that. And The Pillow Man by Martin McDonough. I was going to read all of these. I had gotten them many years ago for free, actually, and I was going to read these in order that I might be able to write my own play one of these here days. But they sat on the shelves for years, and really, I don't see a point in reading them. If I really want to know how to write a play, I would just go to Shakespeare, or to Arthur Miller, or to Ethel Fugard, or to any of those people. So I'm going to go ahead and hand those in to the bookshop for store credit. Next here we have a few volumes of Jack London stories. First here is The Children of the Frost. Main reason why is because I have most of the stories in this, so there's no reason for me to keep it. And then also we have the best short stories of Jack London. This is not in the best of shape. I might actually have to reinforce this a bit, but I'm sure they'll take it. But anyhow, all the stories in here can be found in the editions that I have. So that's going. Next here we have probably the most well-known book in this particular Unhaul. That is The Firm by John Grisham. I know that Ahab has read The Client and thought that to be a good John Grisham book. I'm not sure about his thoughts on The Firm, but it's been here for years and it probably will never get read. So there it goes. Next here we have a dictionary of classical mythology by J.E. Zimmerman. I have the Greek myths by Robert Graves, and that's really the only dictionary of classical mythology that I need. So there's that. Moth. Next here we have an edition from Wordsworth Classics. I like Wordsworth Classics, but I have all the stories in this particular edition, and there's no reason for me to keep it. This is Terror by Night, Classic Ghost and Horror Stories by Ambrose Bierce. Everything that I have in here can be found in the complete short stories by Ambrose Bierce, which I do have up there. So that's going as well. Next here we have A History of India by Ramia Thapar. This is volume 1. I've had this for years, and I'm not exactly sure if I will run across volume 2. I've not run across volume 2. I might. I'm not sure. I don't even know how many volumes are in this series. I would presume just 2. Or maybe I'll keep this. Maybe I will keep this. Yeah. I'll go ahead and set that to the side. And if on the off chance that I do find volume 2, that will go back into my library. But for now, it's just off to the side. Next book here is a penguin, and I bought this just because it was a penguin, but then I realized that I have the complete stories of this particular author, and that is A Haunted House and Other Stories by Virginia Woolf. This takes up space in my library, and I really don't need it because, as I said, I have the complete short stories of Virginia Woolf, so there's no need for that at all. Next here we have, we're getting near towards the end, we got 2 more. We have a novel by Gore Vidal. This is Empire. I have Kalki. I'll show you that here. I have Kalki by Gore Vidal. This is one of the late great Reams's favorite books. I bought this because it was one of his favorite books, and I desperately want to read it one of these days. And I basically got this one for free because it was Gore Vidal, but I've never read it, and it's a big, bulky hardback. Even though I am working on acquiring hardbacks to replace most of my paperbacks, there's really no place for this in my collection, as it will just take up too much space. So it is going. I might read it someday. I might check it out of a library or something, or might buy it someday down the road again. But as of now, not really. And then the last one here is another Dover. This isn't a thrift edition per se, but this is just a Dover book. We have here Islamic Design in Color by N. Simikov with 162 illustrations. This is a beautiful book. You can see just the nature of these illustrations here. It's just absolutely gorgeous. But this thing is huge. And I really have no place for it in my library. So maybe someone else will. So that's it. That is hopefully the last book Unhaul that I have for a while. I will, of course, let you know if I do unhaul anything else, unless, of course, the unhaul is too small, in which case I won't make a video because, you know, there'll be too few books to show. But anyhow, that is it. I hope you all have a blessed day. Good morning, afternoon, evening, midnight, midday, whenever you intend on seeing this. And we will see you here in the next video. Cheers.